Hello my friends, what's up? The Dutchman, Ruben Buijs, glad you could make it. Yeah, a television show. Why not? I think most of you are, I think a lot of you are Lord of the Rings fans. I started out, I remember when the movie came out over 20 years ago, I saw a poster and I think I had heard of the book, but that really was, that was it. I didn't know anything about the story, and I do mean anything at all. But a friend of mine at the time really was a hardcore fan, and he had read the book several times. So when the movie came out, I was there like 9 o'clock in the morning, seeing the first movie, Fellowship of the Ring, and it was one of the best movie going experiences in my life. You were so, the world, that movie pulled you into that world. I don't think I've ever seen something quite like it. I think how people experience the first Star Wars, I think you can compare it with that. Then I saw the second movie, and after that I read the book in Dutch. So I already knew the ending when Return of the King came, and it was, such a great trilogy of movies, fantastic action scenes, music, the gravitas of the performers. Everything worked, and it was like a perfect storm. Now, of course, we have the Amazon show, the most expensive show of all time. It's like everything, including rights, is like $1 billion or something. That's insane. Really looking forward to it when it got announced. I first thought it was based on the Silmarillion, but it's based on the, if I understand correctly, the advantages of Lord of the Rings, which is not much. But I, always come in with something with an open mind. It would be also unreasonable to compare the actors of the television show with the actors of the movies, because that ensemble was on such a high level. You're not gonna give the actors a chance, of course. And also, people who make the music, make the props, and all. I went in with an open mind, and I've seen the first 2 episodes. What I think about it. The pros, it looks amazing, but that's, if you give me $1 billion, of course, I will make something amazing too. Probably keep it for myself. But that was something to expect. The areas, the mountains, the people. I think they all look great. It's certainly that's a visual panache to it all. And when the first part started, you get an introduction, just like Fellowship of the Ring did. With Fellowship of the Ring, the first 5 minutes is work of true genius, because in 5 minutes you are pulled into that world with incredible music, that voiceover of Kate Blanchett, and within 5 minutes you're in the story. You're in the story. You know exactly what's going on. When this introduction started, I was hoping for something as epic like this, but it just looks so unimaginative compared to the start of Fellowship of the Ring. You see a shadow of Morgoth, which is also a big disappointment, because Morgoth is the big bad in the Tolkien universe, not Sauron. Sauron is the servant of Morgoth. But you also see like shadow. After 2 seconds, it's gone. So that's a missed opportunity. You see afterwards. You see Galadriel with her brother. At first you see her as a child, but after then she's with her brother who's going to war with the other elves. And after he died, she promises to take up the mantle, take up the sword, so to say. But yeah, you get a battle, but it's featuring her brother. It's very on a small scale. I think it's War of Wrath, which is like the biggest battle in the Tolkien universe. Could be wrong about that one, but you see the fighting more. You see like a dragging, crashing down. I thought it was whoa, but it's over so very quickly, and it feels very small, which really is a pity. And Galadriel now will lead a bunch of elves to search for Sauron after that war was over. So she still thinks the servant of Morgoth, Sauron, is still alive. And she's going to look. You see her climbing mountains and all. She's now not, of course, in the Lord of the Rings of Peter Jackson, she's more of a sorceress. Elf witch, but here is more like presented like more like a Xena kind of character, and that's really something you really have to adjust to, because she's like the main character of this show. That's an interesting approach, something I'm not entirely sure about, but it's a pretty good actress. So not counting that will work. Maybe we're gonna see some big battles. I don't know, but that's how the movie. That's how the show starts. Introducing Galadriel. Elves look good because she fights a monster, which is a pretty cool battle scene. But she's with a bunch of elves hunting Sauron, and all the elves are complete doofuses, and she beats like that troll. She beats a troll by herself. It's a little bit odd. That's the introduction. She afterwards, the other elves don't want Sauron because they want a status quo. So for the elves, good introduction with the Galadriel. I don't know where this will go. The dwarves look great. Elrond is gone, so visit the dwarves is going to make the forge, which will eventually make the Rings of Power. Dwarves look great. I think the best thing about the show, to be perfectly honest, the humans are just the humans. You can just little to f up about humans. Look a little bit pre-medieval, also well done, and it also includes the Harfoots, who were like the ancestors of the hobbits. Not really need to include them in the story, but the hobbits were such a big integral part of Lord of the Rings, the movies, that they have now included them in the show. Hobbits are it just feels a little bit familiar, so people will watch also because they have hobbits or Harfoots in this case. Those first two episodes, you introduce this sets the stage, so to say, with all the different races. Also the part of the second half, you see the first orc also looks good. The show, it's just the first episodes, of course, it's introduction, and we all know that it's about the Ring of Power, which Sauron will use to manipulate the other races, because he has the One Ring to influence the elves, the dwarves, and the humans because of this, because the One Ring controls all the other rings. It's a great setup for a show, because a prequel about Sauron and the rings, it's a no-brainer, because unfortunately it's not based on the Silmarillion. The Silmarillion also has plenty of fantastic stories. It's not really, it's a book is more of a history book about Middle Earth. A lot of fans were upset about this, because it's not really. They introduce all kind of characters who are not in the books. Also with different, also you have a black elf and a black dwarf. Enough has been said about that. I can understand the choice if you have so many actors to make them all white. doesn't make any sense in that world, but I think it's more of a nitpick. I think this show has bigger problems. I did enjoy it, but it lacks the music. Music is really music is really disappointing. It doesn't hold a candle to the original score, which the movie, the 3 movies had. That's legendary cinema music. And also a big problem is the actors. The actors of those movies, of the 3 movies, it's such gravitas, such a presence, and the show doesn't have that, and that's really a big problem, I think. The actors who plays Gladiolus is not bad, but they're decent. They're all decent actors. I did not see a really bad performance. But you're going up against living legends, because everybody's going to compare this show to the Lord of the Rings movies. Understandably so. But when you have Christopher Lee, when you have Ian McKellen, when you have Viggo Mortensen, when you have Sean Bean, when you had Brad Dourif, we have that level of acting, and I'm forgetting a couple of those, of course. Not everyone was a big star. Elijah Wood was not a big star at that time. He was known. I did know him, but he was not a household name, not at all. But now you're going with all those actors who are not well known. It's not really fair, but you're already some points behind Lord of the Rings. It really is a problem. Dialogue is. A lot of people complain about dialogue. That's okay. I think Lord of the Rings, the movies, 50 greatest movies of all time, also had some shaky dialogue, a little bit cliche, a little bit pompous, and the show has that as well. So not really a big deal. There are some strange things happening in the show. The first 2 episodes. Galadriel, when she's when they're going to the Undying Land, she's going to spoiler territory right now, because then she decided she doesn't want to go to the Undying Lands, because she wants to. She's sure someone is still around, so she tries to swim back. That was really an insane moment. She wants to swim back, across an entire ocean, which will imply that you can swim to the Undying Lands. That's really, really weird decision plot-wise. Also, the plot with Elrond and the dwarf, that the dwarf didn't like him because he was at that funeral. Really weird. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. And also, a little bit the plot point here, plot point there, that does not make sense. Also, the old man, the stranger who fell down. Could be a cool introduction, not to Gandalf, maybe to a blue wizard or something. That would be a cool plot twist, and I would totally dig that. Not that it's like Sauron or something. All in all, we're off to a shaky start. No, if I would rate the first 2 episodes, as a whole, maybe 5 out of 10. I don't think I can really be happy about this. There's a lot of room for improvement. It has potential, with a $1 billion show, of course you have potential. But it doesn't, not very optimistic. I hope I will be wrong, but with so many money put into it, they're gonna make 5 seasons. I think 25 million people saw the first 2 episodes. That's insane. But they really have to work on the dialogue. We really have to work on the plot. So many people are watching. So many people who love Tolkien. You've got to cherish those fans. Listen to those fans or what they want. And if you're gonna make up a lot of story points, there will be a lot of scrutiny. So you have to make sure all the other points are very well done. And that's not the case until now. But maybe they'll improve. Till this time, hope they'll go in the right direction. Fix the dialogue, really fix some plot, really focus on the plot. Don't F that up, and then people will hopefully will dig the show a little bit more, because again, of course the show has potential. We're talking about the Tolkien characters and a world. We're gonna find out. Hopefully in 5 years, that time I will say, luckily I'm very glad I made that show. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check all the episodes. No. Let's hope for the best. But expect something worse. You be the judge. Did you see the first 2 episodes, my friends? What do you think about Lord of the Rings of Power? Let me know. You guys are the best. See you soon. Bye bye.